Miss Jessie, my new favorite person. Just chatting over there, hearing how many years you have in this industry, and even like you're an OG in the weighted vest space. You've been telling me, you're like, I've been doing weighted vest stuff for years and years before it was cool, before this all existed. And you've been training people and you're training yourself. So I'd like to know, for people that want to understand the difference of wearing weight versus working with machines or working with dumbbells when they're training their body, how should we be programming our lives or our workouts around, like, when do I wear the vest? When do I work out with dumbbells? When do I do machines? When do I do classes? Like, I'd love to hear from your expertise what you would do in a perfect world if you were programming someone with all these modalities.
Well, I agree with everything that they're both saying about getting more out of less that we're doing, being more efficient. But I think the bigger brushstroke is every one body is individual. So there's no one way for everybody. There's great strength training, there's great machines, there's great weighted vest workouts. I think depending on what people's goals are, I think one of the things that people miss in their training is mobility. And that being the art of strength and flexibility through your end range of motion. And I think that when you overtrain on machines or just in single movements, you're not thinking about this whole body, right? And your fascia and your nervous system and everything that wraps everything and holds everything up. And so that was actually what drew me to weighted vests originally, like 7 years ago. Was I was a yoga teacher and a strength and conditioning specialist, and I wanted people to be able to weight primal patterns without like holding a weight, right? Without changing the way in which their joints had to hold space, and also not putting weight at the end of the line, but close to their core. And movement being generated by deep core awareness, building a better unconscious response to how your core should brace before you change directions or load. The weighted vest became this like subconscious programmer to be more connected to where movement comes from, where breath comes from. And what I loved about Ion was the compression and the thermogenic piece, because again, awareness hopefully leads to focus. Focus leads to flow and mastery. And most people are super disconnected to feeling anything in their body, right? So if you don't have great core control, it doesn't matter if you're using dumbbells or resistance bands or running, you're setting yourself up to get injured faster. So building the foundation, and that's where I think having a weighted vest, like an Ion vest every day, is amazing. I think we do not walk enough, we do not move enough. So that little extra weight and compression on your few steps, or almost enough steps that people are getting, I think is a great idea. So I think everybody should do that. I think getting a vest that fits you is imperative. So when I started in the weighted vest world, it was crunchy, it was chafing, it was masculine, there were plates, it was just like, I'm not an Army Ranger, but I have to wear this thing.
Wait, what did you call it over there? A tchotchke?
What it was no, that's not the tchotchke. The tchotchke is the one that I then bought on Amazon for like $35. Came across the sea, and it was like a one size fits all. And I bought them for my gym before I was at Lifetime, and I was like, yes, you get the same one, and so do you, and so do you. And so it was like, if you had big shoulders, it was like choking you. If you were like tiny, it was gonna bounce and hit you in the face. And what I love about Ion is it's, first of all, gender, you can choose your fit, the size, and now it becomes unconscious in my way where I can focus on the pattern, I can focus on the muscle engagement, I can focus on the breath without adjusting every 4 seconds or getting hit in the face. And I think that we're constantly putting ourselves in habits that hit us in the face, right? So like, if we can remove the obstacles, everybody needs to strength train. Everybody needs to be lifting heavy weights. I believe everybody needs to do that. I believe everybody needs mobility. I believe everybody needs primal patterning for brain programming, for longevity, for renewal. I believe everybody needs habits outside of the gym where movement and lifestyle are feeding you, and that there are great ways that you can look super hot. I mean, I just got that one, and I'm like, I was walking down the trail, and someone was like, that looks amazing. And I'm like, and it's weighted.
And it's weighted.
And it's weighted. So I have the and I think the other component that I'm not sure if everybody's aware about is I'm all about the emotional integrity of what it actually means to be at your center. And when you literally compress your physical body, you are emotionally, spiritually, energetically coming to your core. And I think in 2025, 2026, more people need practices that remind them to come back to their center. There's your compass.
Let's go, girl. Give it up for Jessie.
Love that. Love that.